Hey, Andy here from Andy's Tech Tutorials. Now welcome to this video where I'm going to give you a whistle-stop tour of Adobe Creative Cloud Express. Before I delve into that, if you're new to the channel, welcome along. If you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing, and also after you finish watching this video, if it entices you to do so, please do think about hitting that subscribe button. And of course, if you like the video, give it a like and feel free to comment. So anyway, what is Adobe Creative Cloud Express? Well, first of all, it's a little bit of a mouthful, so I'm going to call it Adobe CC Express just to make it a little bit easier when I'm talking about it. If you've already looked at some of the videos on my YouTube channel or on my website, you'll know that I have already created tutorials for Adobe Spark. Now, Adobe Spark has been around for a number of years, and it was the kind of catalyst for tools like Canva. So essentially, Adobe Spark was a group of free-to-use applications called Spark Post, Spark Page, and Spark Video. They were available as cloud-based online web apps and as mobile apps, and they allowed you to create content for social media and to create basic scrollable web pages and easy to create videos. They weren't designed or issued to replace industry standard tools like Illustrator, InDesign, Premiere Pro that Adobe already offered, but they were able to be used by people like myself who are maybe technically minded but not graphic designers, and allowed us to create content for social media that still looked really, really good. However, in December, Adobe have decided to replace Adobe Spark with Adobe Creative Cloud Express, and what they've done is they have kept those elements so you can still create social media graphics, scrollable web pages, and also video, but they've now added in a whole host of other tools. So they've made a much bigger suite, and instead of having 3 almost standalone applications, you now have this one tool. Now, I'm going to give you more tutorials on my YouTube channel in due course. So for now, I'm not going to show you how to use the tool or how to create content, but I'm just going to take you on a little tour of the interface and talk about some of the new features and new tools that are available. So looking at it, it's largely the same as Adobe Spark's main homepage was. So you've got this menu down the left hand side with several different options. Some of these, such as branding, historically were premium elements, and in Adobe CC Express they may have moved to now be free elements. But it's still the case that you can create a free account, but if you've got Adobe Creative Cloud already, you'll get access to the premium features, and you can decide to upgrade if you wish. So I'll talk more about upgrading at the end of the video, but largely a lot of the tools and options within Creative Cloud Express are actually completely free to use, and that's because the designers behind this tool at Adobe wanted to make an application and a suite of tools that were accessible to a lot more people. They realized that creating content for social media is big business, it's important, and they've also realized that many of us don't employ graphic designers to do that job for us, and many of us want to create our own content but don't necessarily need all of the advanced functionality and features that those industry standard tools offer. So what they've done is they've created this platform that allows, as I said, people who aren't necessarily graphic designers to create content that still looks really, really good. So menu down the left is largely the same. Again, I'm not going to delve into it, but you can see you've got the search box at the top, so you can run a search for various types of content. If you're looking to create a post for Facebook, if you're looking to create, let's say for example, a YouTube thumbnail, we can run a little search for that, and you'll see it comes up with all of the different templates, and we have filter options down the left hand side. As has always been the case, all of these templates can be reused. You don't need to worry about any implications with copyright or whatnot. You're free to use them. Some of them will be premium though, so you'll see if I toggle only premium on here, it will highlight any which are premium templates, so I won't be able to use these unless I have access to the premium account. So I'll just toggle those off just now. But largely templates are still the same as they were in Adobe Spark. Now if I open this one up here, for example, and just create from this template, What you'll see is the same rough layout as we had in Adobe Spark. So we have options for our project at the top. We have buttons or options down the left hand side and also down the right. And they're all still dynamic. So when you open something or you click on an element, like this for example, the corresponding menu will open up at the side. So the layout is still the same, but they have added some additional options in, and things like within design assets, they have a much bigger and wider range of assets in there now. If we go into photos, you'll see that we have featured free. So you've got some photos in here, you've got backgrounds, they've sorted them essentially into categories, but instead of searching Pixabay within here, you're now searching Adobe stock for their images. Within the other applications, such as what was Spark Page and Video, certainly in Spark Page, you can still search Pixabay for the content. Spark Page is largely the same in this tool as it was when it was a standalone application. Some things that have changed though, this resize option for example, you used to be able to take one design which you had maybe set up for Facebook and then you could resize it for Instagram. You now need to have premium access to be able to use that, which was the case in Spark, but not initially. It was more later in the Spark journey that changed. So whilst the look and feel is the same, a lot of the individual menus have changed, and even little things like the icons that they've used here have been updated as well. If I just jump back to the main area, so I'll just not save this, you can see that we've still got the template option along here, but below that we have these things called quick actions, and we have recommended image, video and PDF. These are really, really cool, and these are brand new offerings. So historically, if you were using Spark Post, Page or Video, you could only do those things. So you could create social media content, really images in Spark Post, you could create scrollable text-based sites in Spark Page, and very basic videos in Video. What Adobe did over time is they started to add in extra little tools to their online offering, but they sat outside of Adobe Spark. So you could get things like the background removal tool, which I have a tutorial for on my YouTube channel. But you didn't do that in Spark, you used a standalone application to remove the background from an image, and then if you wanted to perform any edits, you could take that into Spark and further edit it. Of course, you could still remove the background from an image within Spark, but you were able just to do that with a single image outside of Spark as well. You'll see they have now brought the remove background tool into here because it's a suite of tools. But in addition to that, they've added some really, really nice tools. So things like convert to GIF. So you can basically take a video file and turn it into a GIF. All you do is drop it and then you're able to do it. And you'll see they give you a little sample to let you see what it works like. So we've got a sample video here and then you can convert it in there. Other things like resizing video. So sometimes people have got video content that they've been sent by other people or filmed on different devices. It needs to be a specific size. You can now do that in here. Same with images, you can merge videos, and there's even a tool to allow you to change the speed of a video. And next to that, you see you can reverse a video. So historically, I've used apps to do all of these things on my phone or on my MacBook, but I now can use Adobe Creative Cloud Express to perform those actions. That's a recommended, but you'll see if you go into image, there's a couple of image options listed here. Even things like converting a PNG file to a JPEG or a JPEG to a PNG can be done. Options within PDF, so converting to a PDF or convert from a PDF, those are locked down to premium users only. But it's not to say that over time Adobe won't add more features and then maybe take some of the premium and turn it into free, or take some of the free and turn them into premium. And as we scroll down, we've still got the same options here where you can create from templates that they show you here, but they're focusing a lot more on social media here. So we've got Instagram story templates, we've got Instagram post templates, and this is largely driven by what you select when you first log in. So when you log in for the first time, it asks you, what are you actually interested in using Adobe Creative Cloud Express for? And when you give your answers, it then populates the content on the home page here for you. So this will change depending on what you choose, and you can change this from your account settings. Finally, up here we have the big plus button, and what they've done here is they've basically taken all of the kind of most popular graphic sizes and had them in one place, so you can create a new content piece from one of these options. But of course, if you want to look at what you can do and what you can create from the full library, then you can go to custom size graphic and you'll get access to all of the different artboard sizes, as was the case before. So it looks good, it's got a lot of features and functionality. I like the fact that they've taken the 3 tools and basically rolled them into one, and I love the fact that they've given some extra little tools in here that no doubt will be popular with users. Now, as I mentioned, you can get a free account and you can access everything I've shown you, with the exception of these 2 tools here and the resize option for your social media graphic. But you'll see up here where it says make an impression, you can click on upgrade and find out more about the account costs. So if you've got a premium Creative Cloud license already, then you'll be able to access premium features. But if you don't, when you click here, you can see what you can get access to. So first of all, you can do a 30-day trial. So you can try it out and see if you like it. And then your billing will begin when the trial ends, but just make sure you cancel before it ends so that you're not charged. You'll see it's $9.99 per month, or you can go for an annual account for around about $100, so it's a little bit cheaper, but it is prepaid. And you get access to extra stuff. So you'll get into the full Adobe stock collection there. So there's 160 million royalty-free photographs. You'll get access to things like the refine, cutout, resize, and graphic groups. You can create your own branding, which you can use across multiple designs, and of course tools like converting the PDFs. What's also really useful is you can create and you manage your content within Creative Cloud libraries. So basically you can save stuff to the Creative Cloud library. And what's interesting here is you'll see you get 50 times more storage. Now historically, in the years that I've been using and teaching Adobe Spark, it's never been made clear how many gigabytes of storage a user gets within their account. So essentially you could just create content, and I have never in my time been given an upper limit or told I'm approaching my limit. Now what they've done though is you'll see there's 2 GB of storage for a free account. That sounds like a lot, but actually when you're talking about media and bringing in maybe high quality images and doing a lot of video work, that'll get eaten up quite quickly. So it may be an alternative to turn towards the premium and make use of the 100 gigabytes of storage. But of course, I would be inclined to use the free tool first of all, see how you get on with it, see how it works for you, and then maybe consider looking at premium and perhaps just doing a 30-day trial to see if it offers you what you want. But just in summary, I think it's a really, really big improvement. Adobe Spark has always been my preference for a graphic design tool, in addition to things like Illustrator, Photoshop. I've never really tended to use Canva, and I've preferred Adobe Spark over Canva since the beginning of, since Canva came around. And I think this is a really, really big improvement on Spark. As I mentioned, I like the fact they've added these additional tools in. I like the fact that you're getting recommendations on the homepage here based on the answers you gave to their skills choices. And I like the fact that they've given you access to quite a lot of stuff for free. So it's great to see that they're looking to constantly evolve and improve these tools, and no doubt there'll be a lot planned for it in the future. Anyway, I hope you find this little overview handy. I am going to create tutorials for all of the elements within here, so for creating social media graphics, for creating a web page, and for using the video tool, and I'll probably dip into some of these little tools here as well. So do keep an eye on my YouTube channel or website, andystechtutorials.com, for more of these videos. But if you enjoyed this overview, please do think about giving it a like and comment below. Let me know what you thought about this video, what you think of the Adobe Creative Cloud Express tool. Do you think it's a good improvement from Adobe Spark? Do you think they've maybe gone too far with it? What about the memberships? Do you think it's worthwhile upgrading, or do you think the free one would be enough for you? I love engaging with people in the comments and hearing your thoughts, so please do think about commenting. And finally, if you haven't done so already and you want to, hit that subscribe button and remember to click on the bell so that you're notified about any future tutorials that I release. But thanks again for watching.